looks good.
That looks good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to a special on-the-road edition of Runner and Son. We are headed to Eagle, Wisconsin to hit the trails on the Kettle 100 route. So we're going to do a little trail running. We'll share with you some of the nutrition that we're using, what we got packed, where we're staying. Special edition of Runner and Son. So please join us. This will be a fun trip. I'm Runner.
I'm Son.
And this is Runner and Son. All right, we have arrived at the trailhead. It's called the Brady's Rock Trailhead, and I just wanted to quick over what we're trying to accomplish today. So what I'm trying to accomplish is this is the race course. This is where I will be running the 100-miler, and I'm trying to run about 16 today. So like to do that, like to practice nutrition a little bit, just really start building the distance. Alex, what's your goal for today?
I'm going to run 12 miles and hopefully get a couple geocaches.
Yeah, so there's some geocaching involved too. That'll be fun. That actually, it's really great. It sort of breaks up the, sometimes the trail. You take a little break, do a geocache, so that's exciting. So we're gonna go hit the trail now, and it is 60 degrees out, so it's pretty wild. So let's go do some running. Welcome back. So yesterday, the weather took a very wild turn, right? It was 60 degrees here,
Yep.
maybe even more. And the original plan was that Alex would run 12, right? And I would run 16. So that was part of the goals that we mentioned as well. So how'd that turn out?
Well, we ended up getting a little off course at one point, and then we did some other stuff that wasn't according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up going 14 miles, and Father ended up going 17 miles.
Yeah, so we went a little bit further than we intended. The other thing that we were planning to do on this course was geocaching. And if you don't know what geocaching is, please look it up. It's a great hobby that actually works really well with trail running too. So So, Alex, speaking of geocaching, this is something that you've done for a lot of years now. Maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit more about it, how you do it, what you need, where you find them, how you find them, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so geocaching is a global treasure hunt where you use a GPS device or even your phone through the app, and you can uh, find containers out in the woods or around your neighborhood. Um, and it's really easy. All you have to do is make an account, and then you can start looking for them.
Okay. You get an app, right? And you can sort of download local geocaches and use sort of hints and clues that they have on there to find them, right?
Yeah.
And it meshes really well with trail running because a lot of the runs that we go on have geocaches near the trail or right on the trail. So when we do this, it breaks it up a little bit from our running to take a little break and find some geocaches, right?
Yeah.
How many geocaches did we find yesterday? Or maybe how many do we look for and how many do we actually find?
I think we found all the ones that we looked for.
Okay.
So we
I thought you
found.
missed one at the end
Oh
across
yeah,
the
yeah.
road.
I missed that one.
Yeah. But
So
that's good. That's a good percentage, right?
we looked for six and we found five.
And during our geocaching, you ended up getting a little torn up, right?
Yeah. Uh, the raspberries in there were bad. You could. That was like one of the only colors besides brown and gray that you could see. You could see all the pink raspberries in the woods.
That was the weird thing about the weather yesterday is it felt like it was May or June, but clearly the foliage was, like you said, the brown, the gray of
Hmm.
February, which it still is. So that was a great run. I really felt like, it was 17 miles out of 100. So it's a little bit disheartening that it would have been 83 miles to go after that. That's tough. I got work to do, but overall I felt pretty good. Nothing sore, no acute pains, just a little bit of soreness, but no acute pains that would indicate anything serious, and just tired. I think I need to work on just building up that cardio and aerobic strength, building that engine, and it's going to take some time. And I have well over 10 weeks. So, how was your run? How did that go?
Um, because I went 2 miles further than I was planning. I was pretty exhausted at the end, and we pushed it hard those last two
So we
miles.
did.
We were like in 9 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe even a little under that. And yeah,
Yeah, we had a couple of slow miles at the beginning because we were geocaching. We went to a couple of scenic overlooks. And on the way back, we sort of wanted to get back to the car. Also, it was getting dark and I wanted to get a couple more miles in, so I might have pushed it a little much.
yeah,
But Alex also had a first yesterday too, right?
yeah.
What was it?
This was my longest run.
Longest run ever. So this is longest run before that was a half marathon, right?
Yes.
And or a little bit further at Underdown,
Yeah.
13.4 or something like that. But yesterday you ran 14. That's awesome. Good job, buddy.
Yep.
That's really cool. I hope it was worth it. You were feeling a little bit rough yesterday. We came back. I ordered a pizza that could have fed, I don't know, our whole family could have fed 5 people, and a salad. And I had like 2 bites of the salad, and Alex and I ate, I don't know, a quarter of the pizza, a third of the pizza. But, anyways, Alex wasn't feeling very great, but you came around a little bit later, right?
Yeah. I was tired, but the Cheez-Its revived me.
Jeez, it's revived him. We ended up being able to go down, sit in the hot tub for a little while, talk about some of our races and some other stuff. So, just a really nice trip overall. It's fun to make a run that you have to do, right? You got to do a long run. It's fun to make it into a little weekend getaway for just a night. The hotel was okay. I mean, it was a free hotel with our points. Not a big room, but it's fine. It's just the two of us. Breakfast was all right. Had some
Yeah.
tiny pancakes, right?
No, I thought breakfast was great. That was one of the better hotel breakfasts.
Good, good. It was surprisingly good for the size of the hotel, and it's a little bit run down, but that's fine. I had a little breakfast sandwich and these tiny pancakes that came out of this machine. Um, and you had some pancakes and banana and yogurt, right?
And a donut.
And a donut. Yep. So that's our little road trip that we put together. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll include a lot of footage as I edit this. Just it's really beautiful out there. The trail that I'm going to be running on for the 100. I may be in some serious pain, but at least I will be surrounded by natural beauty.
Well, wasn't this also one of the rougher sections of the trail?
It is. So this section of the trail, I think, has the highest climb in the whole 100 miler. We did the way north section of the trail. And it's this cool Nordic ski area. Lots of different trails in there. We took the Ice Age for a lot of it, but it goes way up on the bluff where that overlook was. So yeah, this is some big climbing. A lot of the other parts of the trail are more sort of prairie dells like,
Yeah.
where it's sort of cut grass, mown grass, um, and that for thawing everything out yesterday wasn't too bad, right?
Yeah. It
A little
was.
bit mucky. Our shoes came out not looking great.
Mhm.
It was definitely a B shoes day. Unfortunately, Alex just has one pair of shoes, so there's no B shoes. There's just shoes.
Yeah.
So, and you had some issues with your feet as well that we need to deal with. I think we need to go to like a running store or something like that. Like off the shelf shoes don't seem to be working all that well.
Yeah.
Get some blisters and things like that, right?
Mhm.
So, so we got stuff to work on, and that's why we're practicing. I tried to practice gels and nutrition. I did okay with that. We took a little longer than I thought we would have, so I sort of ran out of gels. But I really tried to get in a gel every half hour and a tailwind bottle through the whole time. So something from 50 to 75 grams of carbs. I'm shooting more for that 75, and I need to keep on practicing that. And we had peanut butter jelly sandwiches too,
Yeah.
so that was good. So, uh, any other last comments, Alex?
No.
All right, yeah. So we're gonna wrap up. Alex is gonna do a little bit more geocaching. I'll probably do a Pilates session here, just right in the hotel room, and then we'll head home. So thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a nice little break, nice little getaway, and now we go back to our responsibilities and other things that we have to do. So thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe, and please leave your comments below. Love to hear from our watchers, what tips you have or questions you have. So thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time.